Hi lovelies and hi pretty exoticals, how was your day? So, in my previous video, I briefly spoke about racial ambiguity. I talked about a fraction of my experience with my racially ambiguous look, and I said in the next video I would talk about the pros, cons, and how to increase our exotical superpower, that is, racial ambiguity. So, before I continue, I want to clarify. I spoke about racial ambiguity centering a very light-skinned person because I was speaking based on my experience. Racial ambiguity is not a superpower that belongs only to very light-skinned exoticals. Dark-skinned exoticals who identify as brown or caramel also have this superpower. So you can benefit from this superpower based on your skin tone, features, light eye colors, eye shape, hair texture, or length of hair, especially in the Black community, because they associate it with being mixed or having a prominent admixture in your bloodline, or a combination of two or more ethnicities. If you have been told by a stranger or family member that you look like a particular ethnicity, then ding, 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 congratulations, pretty exotical. You have a superpower that no other race or identity possesses. So get your peppermint tea if you are listening at night, or your green tea with lemon juice if you're listening during the day. I will start with the pros of the superpower we possess. The first pro is the ability to blend in anywhere. You do not have to worry about, oh, I do not look like this ethnicity or race. How will they treat me? Or, oh, I am scared of traveling to this country because I look so different that I will stick out like a sore thumb. This is a privilege that other unambiguous people cannot relate to. You can identify as mixed or fully Black, but your Indian manager says you look like his mother. That is fully Indian. You might not speak the language and might know zero about the culture, but they will want to integrate you in and make jokes about you being one of them. This can actually help you when traveling to India. Now, this is just an example. Even in the music industry, you hear unambiguous dark-skinned Black women talk about a Black adjacent or Black woman jumping in and out of Blackness. They say that because they are jealous of the superpower we possess. How can someone claim being Latino because they look Latino, claim being Pakistani, Italian, Mexican, Puerto Rican, and so many other ethnicities, and claim being Black even though they are fully Black or have Black in them? And to be sincere, this world is not fair and will never be fair, so why play fair? Use that superpower in your workplace, at school, social climbing, your music career, anywhere. You do not really have the experience of a dark-skinned Black person. As a dark-skinned, light-skinned exotical, you probably have looser hair textures, a straighter, slimmer, smaller nose, light eyes, or an eye shape that is known within a certain ethnicity, or a mixture of two or more, which makes you stand out from an everyday, unambiguous, dark-skinned Black woman. You would probably not face featureism like an unambiguous, dark-skinned Black woman. Your features might resemble your Italian coworkers, Indian partner, Dutch roommates, Mexican friend. You do not have to go through the trauma of being scared people might mock your features, or contouring and editing your nose to oblivion, or layering 3 filters to make your nose look different. Plus, with your features, you are able to connect with other ethnicities without fear of rejection. You have probably heard, oh, you look like a very tanned Polish lady. Your eyes are very blue or very green, or, wow, you have gray eyes? Do you have Northern European in you? You remind me of mom's eyes. You are able to connect. And if you benefit from texturism, you do not have the trauma of showing your hair or walking into a salon being scared if they can do your hair. If you have long hair, you will get questions like, are you mixed? In the Black community. You might not experience trauma, rejection, and racism like an unambiguous dark-skinned Black person. This might be a sensitive topic, as some of you may have unambiguous dark-skinned Black people in your family. Know that I am not trying to mock anyone experiencing that. If you comment trying to act like a victim, or if you are an unambiguous dark-skinned person trying to act like a victim, you will be dismissed. If you get triggered easily by words like privilege, pretty, exoticals, light skin, dark skin, and racial ambiguity, then please stop listening, take your sleep meds, and go to sleep. So like I was saying, due to people not being able to guess where you are from or your race/ethnicity, people cannot be properly racist to you. Even if you encounter a raging racist, for example, someone calling Mexican slurs, Asian slurs, or Indian slurs, it would not really affect you because you identify as mixed, Black, or multiracial. You may find it rude that they are saying those slurs, but they cannot even guess your race or ethnicity, or they are probably racking their brain trying to guess where you are from. You do not have the same traumas as a dark-skinned, unambiguous person who has been called slurs according to their particular race, like the N-word. That can make interacting with anyone who does not look like them trigger PTSD, and you might not be able to relate to it. For example, I went out with my dark-skinned black cousin to get some clothes. My cousin was paying because she brought her card out. My cousin asked the white cashier if she could take the hangers. Most stores allow it, but the cashier was being rude and kept saying she could not hear my cousin. It was starting to get awkward, so I said, "She is saying we want the hangers." The cashier smiled toward me politely, saying it was store policy, then faced my cousin and rolled her eyes. That was the first time I saw something like that in real time, and it made me feel really sad. My cousin brushed it off. That is a trauma unambiguous dark-skinned people have to sadly go through. You might not experience isolation or the feeling of not belonging like unambiguous dark-skinned people because other ethnicities see themselves in you. For example, some families are okay with dating exoticals and marrying them. Most interracial dating that unambiguous Black women claim are exoticals. Those ethnicities feel okay marrying exoticals because they can see their features in you. You look like you could be from their town or their childhood celebrity crush. No matter how much unambiguous, dark-skinned Black people try to say, "You look Black just like me," society may not see you as fully Black, which gives you an advantage. Sounds harsh, but it is true. This brings me to my next point. You have very broad representation. You can see yourself in people who are in the media, even if they are not your race, and benefit from the proximity. For example, you can be a pretty exotical who identifies as Black, mixed, triracial, or multiracial. There can be an Indian woman, Pakistani woman, Latino woman, or any other ethnicity you might realize you look like, or be told you look like, so you benefit from the pretty look, privilege, or positive comments that come with it. For example, because I looked Latino/Mexican to the Arab guy, he associated me with someone that does not settle for less because I reminded him of a beautiful Latino celebrity. This can benefit you in the workplace, school, social climbing, and anywhere. Unambiguous people have only one identity, and if their ethnicity/race is represented as bad in media, they feel it more because that is the only ethnicity/race they can identify with. So, that will be all for today. Next time, I will talk about the cons, how to increase that superpower, and potentially how to use it. Comment if you relate to any of this. Subscribe and like if this channel is for you and you can relate to this content. Bye, pretty ladies. Don't forget to moisturize and hydrate.